Okay, let's start our assignment 4. So this one is visualizing the Titanic dataset using pie chart and bar plots. Okay, first, this one is given. So we open the file from Titanic train, the CSV file. This code is given. So what do they do is it's gonna import data from a file called Titanic train. So I download this online, CSV. So as we open it, we can see those old Titanic data. Okay, and after that, if we print the data, as we can see, this is the raw data after executing those lines. So we're putting them in nested lists, just like one of the previous assignments. And in order to render those pie chart and bar chart, we need to install something called matplot library in this case. And since it's not in the Jupyter, so I will have to pipe install the library. So let's run it. So the first time it's installed, but the second time, since I have already downloaded, so it's just they just catch the package. So now we have this library. Now we can do our job. First, since we already have that in our system, so we just need to import matplot data, the pie plot splt. And we can also open this, sorry for the Amazon. We can also import this, how to write, okay, Python pie, pie chart. Okay, so it's almost a default function, a default way of dealing with stuff. So you can find enough information online. I just go through it because we don't have that much time to to read the documents. And so first of all, let's convert it to a dictionary data site. Let's to do something with the data, because this one there's every single person is in a different list. It's not good for us to really manipulate them and to render them as charts and plots. So the first step is actually get a new database as a dictionary, and I'm trying to split them based on their categories. So those are the codes that's doing this job. And after we run this code, we will have, let's render the database. Let's do it. So after this code, we will have a pretty clean data. So we have a dictionary, and it has a key, and it has a value. The value is going to be the list of data of all the things, all the data in that original raw data. So this passenger ID, those, so from 1 to, let's say, 800, and survived, this 0 is non-survived, 1 is survived. So we can use this data easier later. Okay, so this is what I did. I'm not going to go through it because this logic has been went through a lot of times in previous assignments. Now let's render the pie chart, which is the one. Let's run it. Yeah. Did I not run it? Oh, sorry. I haven't really. I have to run all of them in order to get the data. Okay. Let me check. Where's the chart? Oh, chart is here. Let me remove it. Remove the database to make it look slightly nicer. Okay, cool. So the label. So the first one was so basically what do we do? How we render a chart is we're gonna call this plot the pie. That means we're gonna render a pie chart. Okay. So what do we do is this one have a different arguments. We just need to pass in the arguments. Then this function will help us to render the chart, and the plot the show going to show the chart to us. Okay, so the first one is labels. So since we're asked to get, I think it's survived, unsurvived. Yes, survivors of the instance chart. Okay, so the label is going to be the name of here. The label, I'll give it survived, unsurvived, and the size will be, size is how many people survived and how many people not survived. And I just go to dataset and database use a key survived. Then we are accessing the list, and we just count every survived people. because it's count 1. And the unsurvived is 0, so we count zeros. So those two are the survived percentage of unsurvived percentage. And use the color. Color attribute is what color you want to use. So gold and black. This function can recognize these strings to give them the correct color. And the explode means if you give them explode, then this part are gonna this word's gap is coming from. Okay. Now we pass all the attributes inside of the plot py, and we set axis, which is this axis equals equal. So these ones are equal to each other, and then we call show. Then this pie chart will be rendered here. Okay. Then this part is finished. Then we also need to get the gender breakdown of the survivors. Gender breakdown is almost the same thing, but this time what we're doing is a figure. So this time we're rendering by figure. We just first we give it a plot figure called as function and give it to the variable fig. In this case, and the fig we can add the axis, which is 0011, and give them genders, which is gender is the label, and the counts is it's exactly the same thing he says here, which count the males and the females in the database sex. And we just need to call the X bar chart, and gender, which is size, counts is the number, the size of the number, gender is the label. And then we just show it, then we just got this bar chart. There are plenty of details in documents, but we're not going to go through all of them today. And see you next time.